Chloe Madeley has thanked fans for their messages of support after her father Richard's early departure from I'm a Celebrity. "Get me out of here." The Good Morning Britain host, 65, left the Welsh camp after falling ill in the early hours of Thursday morning, prompting an emergency dash to a local hospital. In a statement, Richard, who was believed to be treated at Glenclwyd Hospital in Rhyl, reassured fans that he was fine after his health scare, but confirmed he had to quit the series after breaking the show's COVID bubble. Chloe, 34, has since reiterated that he is good spirits, but devastated to be leaving the castle at such an early stage in the competition. She told Instagram followers, "Thanks so much for all the lovely messages. Dad's absolutely fine, we've been speaking to him all day and ultimately has just livid he can't go back into camp because of COVID restrictions. He did himself proud though. He worked hard and was his calm, collected, kind and funny self. We are so proud." In a second Instagram post she added, "He's absolutely fine and back to his usually irrepressibly chirpy self. Gutted for him, he was doing so well and just loving it. We're proud and watching him each night this week was one of the funniest things I can remember. And good luck to all the other celebs and their fams watching nervously at home." Well, Jell, seriously. In a major blow to the show as one of their top signings, the broadcaster, who was paid an estimated £200,000 to star in this year's competition, was taken ill hours after participating in a grueling trial and complaining about the castle's freezing temperatures. In a statement to fans, he said, "Hello all. Richard here, firstly just to say that I'm absolutely fine. I started to feel briefly unwell in the small hours of the morning and was taken to hospital as a precaution. By leaving the camp, I had consequently broken the COVID bubble and as such I've had to leave the castle and all the wonderful celebs that remain in the camp. Obviously I'm gutted to be leaving so soon, but the safety of all the campmates is the #1 priority. I'm incredibly excited to watch their journey continue, even more so at the prospect of being somewhere a little warmer than Gritch Castle. Thank you to everyone who supported me on my brief but completely unforgettable adventure. I've made some great friends and honestly had the time of my life." An I'm a Celebrity spokesperson added, "Our strict COVID protocols means Richard has sadly had to leave the show as he is no longer in the bubble the celebrities form when entering the castle. He has been a truly brilliant campmate and we thank him for being part of this series." A source also told Mail Online, "Richard is devastated. He was doing his best in the trials and embracing every part of life in camp. This isn't the way he saw his I'm a Celeb journey ending. Richard going back to camp would pose as too much of a risk to the other contestants, who have isolated and formed a bubble to protect themselves from a possible COVID-19 outbreak on set. Everyone on the show will miss him. Has been a huge part of camp and it's so disappointing he won't be able to return." It had been thought that musician DJ Locksmith had been enlisted as a standby contestant, but no one is set to replace Richard in the castle. It's also thought that Richard will still be paid his full fee for his time on the show, despite spending just 4 days in the castle. A Night TV spokesperson previously revealed that Richard had been hospitalized in the early hours of Thursday morning after falling ill overnight. They told Mail Online, "Richard was unwell in the early hours and was immediately seen by our on-site medical team." They added, "Has since been taken to hospital as a precaution. The health and safety of our campmates is our priority." A Welsh ambulance service spokesperson said, We were called at 05:43 a.m. this morning, Thursday, November 25, 2021, to reports of a medical emergency at QUITS Castle in Abergele, Conwy. We sent a paramedic in a rapid response car and an emergency ambulance to the scene, and one patient was taken to hospital. After news of Richard's hospitalization broke, his Good Morning Britain co-host Susanna Reid also took to Twitter to offer her well wishes. She wrote, "Sending love, hope he's feeling okay now. Doing brilliant job on #moo and being supportive to everyone. Get well soon Richard." Just hours earlier Richard had earned just 4 stars in his first solo trial, Kitchen Nightmares, and confessed the ordeal had left him freezing. He was forced to use his mouth to try and untie some of the knots to retrieve stars that were hanging from the rope. As fish guts and offal fell on him, the presenter struggled to unknot the string that had the stars on and exasperated said, "Holy moly," before the klaxon sounded again, marking the end of the task. Speaking about the knot he said, "Who tied these knots? It's wet and it's tight. This one isn't a tight," prompting laughs from Ant and Dec. "Such a disappointment," Richard said, "Well, have something to eat tonight. I was really hoping to do better than that." A disheartened Richard returned to camp and told them how difficult he found the trial, and the campmates graciously accepted that he had only managed to get 4 stars, leading to measly dinner of squirrel. At the end of the show, which was broadcast live, Richard was seen alongside the rest of the camp being told by Ant and Dec that all 10 of them would be heading to the trial area for the latest challenge. It was then revealed that soap stars Simon Gregson, 47, and Adam Woodyard are the 2 new campmates will be taking part in the Castle Scarefair trial on Thursday night. Ahead of his arrival in the castle, where celebrities typically live on basic meals of rice and beans, Richard admitted had done no preparation. He told Mail Online, "Some people say cut down on food, but others say because you're going to lose weight, so put it on, before you go in. I've done neither. I'm not a big eater. I'm a grazer, I don't clear my plate. I'm most worried about how I'm gonna cope with boredom. That's why I want people to vote for me to do the trials." Discussing which trials he's most fearful of, Richard confessed, "I don't have any particular phobias, but the only thing I'm dreading, I'm not that comfortable with heights." Prior to entering the castle, Richard spoke of his willingness to do the infamous trials. He added, "I really hope I do get voted for the trials. The thing about this program is you mustn't go into it if you take yourself remotely seriously. I don't, and I am thoroughly looking forward to being covered in God knows what." Richard and wife Judy share 2 children, daughter Chloe, 34, and son Jack, 35, and are grandparents to Jack's son Kit. Before Richard's appearance on the show was confirmed, it was reported had been paid £200,000 by ITV bosses, after being targeted by producers multiple times. A source told The Sun, "Richard's been asked year after year but the timing has never been right. But now, finally, has said yes. Has a favorite with ITV execs. Has brilliant off and on screen, so it seemed as good a time as any to throw caution to the wind and eat animal bits. Has a fantastic coup and a nailed-on fan favorite. Once you wind him up, off he goes, he will make for Castle Gold."